The next section that we're going to talk about today is section 11.2 about percents here. And so as we look at percents, we're really only going to work with three types of problems here. The first one that you can see here is 88 is 22% of what number? Now the approach I like to look at for this is actually to just look at a few key words here. And so I'm looking at this word is and of. It's kind of ironic. Most people would look at this and think those are the least important words that we have there, but really, in my opinion, those are the ones that really tell us what to do as we write our equation here. And so it says 88 is 22% of what number? When we see that word is, what we're going to think of mathematically is we're going to think of equals. 88 equals 22%. When we see the word of there, what we're going to think of for that is we're going to think of multiply. And so whenever you see that word of in these problems that we're doing involving percents, we're going to think of multiplying. And so it says 88 is, so 88 equals. Now it says 22%. Remember that whenever we work with 22% in an equation, we don't want to have to write out the symbol of percent. And 22% is different than just 22. And so what we want to do is we want to change from percent notation to decimal notation. To do that, we have to move the decimal from where it's at now, which is right here, and we need to move it two places to the left. And so 22% as a decimal is actually just 0.22. Now I see of, and so that's multiply of what number? X. And so I'm looking for 22% times what number is going to give me 88. Well, think about how we've solved equations all year. When we have a number times x, to get rid of that number, we divide by whatever's being multiplied by there. So to get rid of multiply by 0.22, I divide by 0.22. And when you take 88 divided by 0.22, you find out that x in this case is going to equal 400. Now as I come over here, exact same idea. It says what is, it's looking for, it wants to know what. And so x there, it's saying x equals, what is 143%, two spots, so it's 1.43 of 150. It's just flat asking, what's 143% of 150? If I take 143% times 150, what am I going to get? And what I find there, if I take a 1.43 times 150, is that I have to go through, and on the calculator, you'd have to, if you're going to do this on the calculator, make sure you either use 1.43 or you use your percent button. You're going to need to do one or the other. If I go through there and I do that, however you do it, you're going to get 214.5. Now, the last one here, 58 is what percent of 160? And so it's 58 is, that's equals, what percent, that's x, of multiply 160. Well, how do I get rid of multiply? Again, I'm going to go through and I'm actually going to divide. And so to get rid of this multiply by 160, I'm going to divide by 160. Now when I do that, I have to take 58 divided by 160. What I'll see on the calculator when I do that is 3625. But realize you took a number that's in decimal notation, divided it by a number in decimal notation, and so you're getting an answer in decimal notation. But look at what the question asks. It said 58 is what percent of 160. It doesn't want decimal notation. It wants percent notation, so I have to go just the opposite direction. If I have a decimal, I actually move it 2 to the right. As a percent, then that would be 36.25%. So you should be able to do any problem, no matter how ugly it comes out, using this method that we've shown you today with the is and of. Guys, I want to tell you about an embarrassing situation. There was this duck at a restaurant. And I know what you're thinking. Why would a duck be at a restaurant? But the reason the duck was at the restaurant was because even ducks want to eat delicious, sizzling bacon. And so the duck was at a restaurant. They ordered all sorts of things, these ducks. They ordered all sorts of things with bacon, stuff wrapped in bacon, stuff with bacon on it, just bacon all over the place. And the bill was amazing. And so the waiter comes over to get the amount of money from the duck, and the duck starts reaching for his wallet and stuff, and the duck couldn't find his wallet. So do you know what the duck said to the waiter? Put it on my bill. We'll see you later.